Good morning, hello Year 5s. It is English, and I am still sleepy. If you've just watched the maths one, you'd have heard that I didn't sleep very well last night. You know, it happens at the moment. So, rather sleepy today, so I'm trying to really concentrate and make sure I explain everything this morning. Apostrophes first, which is correct. There's birds on the bird feeder. There's birds on the bird feeder. Neither of them. That apostrophe is correct because it's there. There's birds on the bird feeder, but you do not need that apostrophe there. It's just plural. It's just lots of birds. What type of apostrophe is this? Dave's hat had blown off, or that's singular possessive, isn't it? By the way, going back to that one, that's what a lot of kids do when we learn about apostrophes. Ooh, it ends in an S. Must be an apostrophe. Correct. If there isn't any flour, I'm going to have to get more at the shops. So again, an example there. We've seen an S, so we're going to put an apostrophe there. It's just the word shops. So it's just plural, isn't it? It's just lots of shops. The comma's correct because you've got the subordinate conjunction starting. So here, the apostrophe needs to be there for a contracted apostrophe. And there also needs to be a contracted apostrophe in there for I am. Comma. Exhausted, Dave finally sat down. Obviously you need a full stop. But there's a comma after exhausted. Because it's reason, isn't it? It's an ED opening. So don't forget, a fronted verbial can be just one word. As long as it tells you time, reason, manner or place. So, off the top of my head, I'm going to do a one word for everything. So time, you could have yesterday. That's one word. Reason is exhausted. Manner, quickly. And then place, oh no. Oh, I was doing so well. Oh, hello, cried that should be Davina, not Dvina. Oh, it can be Dvina. So you should have a comma there for the interjection. And then a comma after hello as well. Well done. Some of you did really well with your speech work the other day. Benin's, very good, very well punctuated. Correct this one. With his new binoculars, Mr. Cooper was able to spot greenfinches, goldfinches and dunnocks. They're all birds, and I got very excited the other day when I saw some brightly coloured birds. I had to Google them. So with his new binoculars, comma, Mr. Cooper was able to spot greenfinches, comma, goldfinches and dunnocks. Give two purposes for a comma. Well, it can be a comma for a list. It could be a comma for a fronted adverbial. You could also have a comma for a coordinate conjunction. You could have a comma to show a subordinate clause opening a sentence. You could have a comma for interjection in speech. There's loads. You just need two. Write a sentence to show an example of a fronted adverbial describing reason. So why a character's done something. Alright? And then the last one, provide two synonyms for the word bright. So synonyms, not necessarily better words, but just alternate words. Bright, you could have glisten, gleam, dazzle, many things for bright. On to our English task. Now I will admit, making the home learning last week, the English was, well, I always like writing the waggles in English, but I really enjoyed this last week because I had to write loads of poetry. Yesterday was acrostics. Today we're going to have a look at haiku poetry. Like I said, all my examples are lockdown or COVID related, you know, to get things off your chest, but also you can make a bit of a giggle of it, you know, every so often. You know, poems are a way to sometimes be quite silly, and it can make you feel better. So haikus are Japanese poems which normally focus on nature, so the traditional ones, and they go back hundreds of years, focus on nature. So, you know, the sounds of nature, or what you can see, you know, the growth of a flower, the busy work of a bee. But the rule is that they follow the syllable pattern of 5-7-5. Remember, syllables are the beats within words. Now, we can't just go, oh, I've got syllables, and the clapping one, you can just keep clapping. I'm not a great fan of that one. I like to do the under the chin. So can you see my reflection? Kind of. So every time you put your hand under your chin, and every time your chin goes down, that's a syllable. So my hand under my chin here, I'm going to go syllable. I can feel my chin move 3 times. syllable. Okay? So, hand under your chin, and every time in a word you hear it move, that's one syllable. You hear it move. You feel it move. I've had a go with a few. And don't forget some of the best ones carry over to the next line. So don't just think, oh, I've got to make a five syllable line. Now I've got 7. You know, if you think of an idea, it can go over to the next line. I've seen some like this one where you think of a sentence, you put full stop, and then you just finish. So you can really cheat with them. So this one here, everyone at home, open up your window and listen to the birds. So everyone at home, open up your window and listen to the birds. Next one. On my daily walk, I saw 3 unicorns. I think it was a dream. There you go. This is the one I'm on about. So I thought of something. On my daily walk, I saw 3 unicorns. I just put a full stop and checked how many I've got. On my daily walk, that's 5, I saw 3 unicorns. Now that was only 6 when I did that. So I put I, for one more, think it was a dream. There you go. It works. I tried to do a bit more of a nature one. Babbling streams, and the wind whispering to me. No one's here, calm, peace. Thank you, NHS, key workers and families. Families was hard, I had to do that a couple of times. For all that you do. Doing home learning isn't quite the same as school. Can't wait to see you. There you go. And then the last one, I got a bit silly. I read a poem. It was a year 4 in my old school. We were doing haikus about snow and frost and an icy morning. And he just cheated and he just put crunch, 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 crunch. I'm walking in snow or something like that. So I stole that idea and I just put Xbox food. I've got a PlayStation, but PlayStation's too many syllables. So sometimes you've got to just think of, almost like a synonym, isn't it? Or a synonym to Xbox or PlayStation, they're similar things. So Xbox food, Xbox food, Xbox food, Xbox food, Xbox food, Xbox food. I should do some work. So, don't just sit and do one haiku. Have a go, fill a page full, have some silly ones, have some powerful ones, have some serious ones. I've got a mixture here. I've got traditional nature ones, I've got funny ones, I've got powerful, messages. That's another funny one. Mix it up a little bit, okay? Send them to me. I love a good haiku.